A great rift has come to the surface in the world. A clash of ideologies, a clash of cultures, a clash of religions. As a result of violent religious extremism, millions of Syrians have left all they know and love with only the clothes on their backs, looking for safe haven throughout the Middle East, Europe, and America. Entire families are on the road in extreme conditions in search for peace. More than 4 million women, children, and men have risked their lives, escaping the horrors of Syrian civil war and horrific violence by the organization known as ISIS, an extremist group of Islamic radicals who look upon the waging of war against unbelieving or lukewarm infidels as a holy honor and duty. But we know it's a spiritual battle for the hearts and minds of people, a battle that is affecting the entire globe. Thousands upon thousands of Syrian refugees are looking for safety in Europe. The influx is staggering. They face exposure, hunger, rejection, and poverty. Many have died along the way.
Over the past months, there has been the greatest refugee crisis in history since World War II. Literally hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children, whole families are fleeing for their lives.
Everything about their life has been disrupted and put on hold, and they're looking for a place of welcome where they can rebuild and begin again.
Nearly 30,000 Syrian refugees have gained asylum in the country of Austria. They are now in desperate need of food, shelter, and basic resources. Our missionary partner, Nana Kofi, through cooperation of World Partners Missionary Organization, is reaching out to several Syrian families with love, food, and shelter. Nana, once a refugee himself, set against the Christian faith, knows firsthand how love and generosity, how faith and trust in God can overcome obstacles. In Austria, Nana not only found shelter, but found Jesus Christ. Nana is now a powerful advocate of the gospel to refugees from around the world who have found safe haven in Austria.
So anybody can safely walk into this center and experience a community of love, hope, and friendship. That is the key. They feel everybody is against them. I'm not against you. I love you. You are my brother. You are my sister.
For Christians, our response to the crisis is a critical matter of obedience. Will we choose fear or love? This is a moment of decision for all who are Christ followers. Will we respond in fear, like much of the world around us? Or should our response be to show love and mercy to another, in trust that God's provision is greater than anything we can face?
This is an opportunity to live out our faith, to be obedient to the call of Christ to love our neighbor as ourselves. Just after Jesus said that in the story of the Samaritan, he went on to define that neighbor is probably going to be someone who's very different than you, who has great need, who's been beaten up in some serious ways, and that's what it means to love your neighbor. And so in that sense, that's what we're trying to do together.
Yeah, at times like this, it'd be so easy to give in to either despair or fear. But God has called us to rise above that, to have a sense of confidence that He is in charge, that He has all power, and that He will move as God's people love and give and pray. Let us rise above what the world would say, and let us do what God would say.
This year, Fellowship Missionary Church, after much prayer and reflection, is taking a Christmas Eve offering for the ministry of Nana and Sita Kofi for the Syrian families whom they minister in Austria. This vital fund will be administered by our friends at World Partners. Your contribution can spread the love and power of Jesus to a group of displaced, frightened people. We're asking for your prayer and financial support. It takes nearly $5,000 for a Syrian family to gain a foothold in restarting their life in Austria. They must pay rent, buy groceries, and learn German while they look for work. We can help multiple families make this change. But more than that, this can change the eternal trajectory of a life. These are not faceless foreigners, but fellow image bearers of Christ, in need of love and redemption like anyone else. How can Jesus enter their story? How can we offer selfless, fearless love and security in the face of evil? We've seen the power of prayer and intervention in the amazing miracle of peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We know God is in control. We trust in His provision. He has shown Himself faithful time and time again.
And we have seen God move in powerful ways in what are seemingly impossible situations. We've experienced the transformations taking place in Congo because a church in Fort Wayne prayed. We have seen crime go down in South Fort Wayne in amazing ways because 2 churches in Fort Wayne prayed. What would it be like if we would see the greatest harvest of people into the kingdom in the 21st century take place during this crisis because mercy was shown, love was given, truth was shared, but above all, God's people prayed for it to happen.
Let us act in love through our prayer, our financial support, and our testimonies to fight the good fight and redeem the world for Christ. Let us reach out to our neighbors this Christmas Eve and combat evil with good.